Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? Anne and I are both here. Yay.
It happens.
Yeah, occasionally we do manage to come every week to say hi to you guys. But no, today, okay, before I get started in my whole spiel, because we got to do the spiel. For those of you that are watching for the very first time, my name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my business partner and very good friend, Ann Butler. And Ann and I own Bella Crafts Publishing. Um, we are in our 12th year. We're starting our 12th year.
In October, it will be
Oh, no, 11.
our 11. We started in 2012.
Right. That's right. October.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we've been around for a while, and what we do is we put out a free craft magazine that comes out 4 times a year. It's got beautiful projects and stuff in it. You guys, it's absolutely free. There's no hidden anything
No.
behind it. Ann and I we don't sell emails. We don't bombard you with emails because we just don't have time. It's
Well, we don't like it either.
exactly. We don't like it. And, it's just the two of us and we run this business together. So, yeah. So, anyways, summer issue is out. Anne is in the process right now of working on fall issue. So, we will keep you updated on when that's coming out. And do you want to tell them about our ebooks?
So we have a variety of ebooks. Our newest ebook is Zentangles, a complete guide on how to start and where to start. And it is by our dear friend Cindy Shepard. And I'll put a link in here for it. We are in the process of I'm revamping the website, so things are a little strange on there right now, maybe. But everything will be good by October. I promise.
Yeah.
But yes, so we have ebooks that are available, and there's, we have Eileen Hall, we have rope books, we have Christmas books, we have a wonderful one on mixed media from Rebecca Meyer, and last week we interviewed Sarah Newman, and we have 2 books from her, and actually that is our giveaway from last week that we'll announce during my live today.
Yes.
You will get both of those ebooks. One is on embossing and one is on stamping, and they're filled with techniques, and she is a wonderful artist, so you're going to want those.
Yeah.
And speaking of our giveaways, you want to like, comment, and share on this video with hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for next week's giveaway from our sponsor, Artesprix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that's who we are playing with today. We are playing with Artesprix today, and I'm excited. Anne has been using the product for quite some time. It's still fairly new to me. I'm learning as I go.
She's loving it.
I am loving every second of it. I do have a tendency, though, when I am learning something new or I'm trying something new, I go down the rabbit hole. And you may not see me for 2 or 3 days because I'm looking at this or trying that, or, it is, right?
Yeah.
We all go down the rabbit hole every once in a while, and that just so happened to be what I did with this project. But I am so excited. I know that we're a little bit late, but that's all right because we are going to get started.
And I'm sorry, I had to move my phone. It started ringing. So it was like, wait, I always have it out of here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a big deal. It's live. There's always something that's going on. I usually
yeah.
have a dog barking or scratching at the door to get in, or whatever. That's what makes us human.
That is the beauty of live.
That is the beauty of live. Yes, it is. So, we also have a group on Facebook called Do You Love to Craft? For those of you that want to go and check it out. Anne's going to put all the links in for everything that we're talking about once I start my project. So just really excited. I'm really excited for today. So,
Yay.
I know,
Hey,
right?
Karen.
So, hi, Karen. I saw her pop in.
I did too. I put a comment too to make sure everything was working.
Yeah, I was going to try that on my iPad to make sure that I got everything. There we go. I had it on, and then, of course, it, shuts off if you don't play with it for a minute. So, I'm trying to see if we are live. Well, we must be.
We are.
So, okay, perfect. Not going to worry about
Karen's
it.
here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I need sleep, people. There's just no ways about it. I need some sleep. I have not been feeling very good this last week, and yeah, and this is giving me problems. I'll look at it later. Anyways, so not only am I going to show you how to create. Hi, Pekka. How are you? This is giving me.
There.
Oh,
What's watching?
oh.
Oh, fun. I like birds too, Becca.
Oh,
I have a nice variety out here.
I get a pigeon that every year, right above my entryway, by my front door, they build their nest right there. Every year, it has not failed since we moved in, and that's 30 plus. Anyways, so not only am I showing you how to use this awesome product, Artesprix, but I'm going to explain it to you because I used my Cricut with it, which was my Cricut, I know how to use it because I've had it for a while. But the thing is that if I don't use it a lot,
yep,
I forget. And the good part of being older and that happening to you is that every time that happens, then you get re-excited because, you feel like you got a whole new tool again, right? I mean,
okay.
That's exactly how I feel sometimes. I'm telling you right now. Sometimes I feel like, holy smokes, I got a new toy, and it's one I've had for 50 years or more.
I would feel like, why aren't I using this more often?
Yeah, well, that too. So let me show you guys real quick because I created this adorable. There I go for my little babies, for my girls. Which
isn't that cute?
It came out so cute. And here are my little munchies right here, my little girls. This is
Ruby and Emmy.
Ruby and Emmy. Yes.
For the Wizard of Oz. For those that don't know her,
yes.
Lisa.
Yes, this is very true. I named my dogs after the Wizard of Oz because it's my favorite movie. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So I'm super excited about it. It is just absolutely, it came out so well. It
is amazing, right? I mean,
the product, it just blows my mind every time I try something with it. I'm like, wow. It just, this one though, before the project that I did the last time, I used the markers and ink pads as watercolors, and I watercolored. This time I didn't do that. This time I colored directly onto the copy paper and then did my transfer that way. So I was kind of anxious to see how it was going to turn out, if it was going to work good, if I was going to see streaky lines everywhere. Nope, not at all. So without further ado, I should say we should get started. right?
Okay, while Lisa is getting ready, I'm going to remind all of you that I'm going to put links in while she's doing her demo, and her demo, I'll pop out, but I'll be putting links in. So
Okay,
here you guys go.
there we are. Okay, so once again, guys, this is what I created for our live today, and you're getting my light right there. There, let's scoot it over just a smidge. But this is just so cool because this is just like glass.
I know, right?
It just is. It just amazes me like nobody's business. And here you can see where I colored, and I did, like I said, directly on the paper. So I did not get any heavy streak lines or anything like that, which is what I was afraid of. But nope, it came out perfectly. So I was really, really excited. So hang on just a second. I'm trying to see if I can find us on my iPad, and it doesn't look like I'm going to. And I don't want to waste time looking. All right. Yep, I can't find us. So
it's okay. I'll grab the comments that you need to respond to.
Yeah, just let me know. Okay, so as I said, guys, with this, excuse me, with this project, the last one that I told you I did it with the watercolor, or I used the markers and the ink pads as watercolors. This time it was directly to the paper and then the sublimation from there. Now, I also used my Cricut in this. So I wanted to show you that you could be a total beginner, because I still feel like I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning as I go. But you can also do it on your electronic machines. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, since I cannot show you my Cricut because there's not enough room on my desk for everything, what I did was I took pictures of the steps as I go. Now, what I want to say before we get any further, as far as this goes, I'm doing a blog post on this on Sunday. It'll be posted on Sunday, and it will have step-by-step instructions, and you'll have actual photos that you can see of me using my Cricut, and whatnot, so you can join in on the process. This way, I just thought it was be the easiest way to show you how to do it without, a whole lot of craziness. Okay, so to start with, let me show you the materials that I used. Okay, we have this beautiful frame here. This is from Artesprix. This is one of Ashley's, and it's beautiful. It's got this really nice back on it, and then she's even got a little piece of plastic in there that you can put over your picture to protect your picture when you're putting it in. So I thought that was like way cool. So we're going to be using that. And then, of course, what I used for this one was I used all my markers. Well, not all of them, because I have like a whole lot of them, but I just used an assortment of the markers. So how we're going to do this. Okay, so we have that. We've got our markers. We have our template, or our sublimation blank. We have our heat resistant tape. Okay. And then you're going to need 2 sheets of protective paper. This is going to, I already have mine cut, so when I get to that point, I'll show you. But it comes on a roll like this. So what I do is I just cut it out the size of whatever project I'm working on, and then I run an iron over it real quick so it'll take the roll out of the paper, and it'll lay it flat. Okay, and then of course you need a heat press. So that's where this comes in. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use that in just a minute, but right now I'm going to go over with you. There we go. How I did it with my Cricut machine. Okay, so What I did originally, now I don't know if you guys can see this, but I took the dimensions of my frame, and this is just me. You can eyeball it, it doesn't have to be as detailed, but I tend to be a perfectionist and I have to have everything straight or I go crazy. This is the only part of my life that I'm like that. Trust me, nothing else. But what I did was I put the dimensions in my Cricut in Design Studio. Okay. So I clicked on over here where it says shapes, and then I picked up a line. There was a line in, just a line. And what I did was then I took the line and I copied it onto this. So then I have the dimensions of my frame right in front of me, so I know exactly where I'm going to be putting my images. Now, like I said, you can do the same thing by eyeballing it. I just like to do it this way. All right. So then what I did, this was the second part. As you can see here, this is where I added my images, right? So I had already pre-selected my images and I had saved them into my Cricut, into my little area. So I knew exactly what I wanted to use. So I picked the images out, right? And then I just input them into my canvas here. Okay, you with me so far? All right, so we've got all these images that I put, right? Okay, well, everybody that knows too, when you're doing any wording with sublimation, you have to flip it. You have to flip the wording. But I didn't want my whole design to flip. So after I put my images in and I sized them, exactly how I wanted them and turned them where I wanted them, then what I did was I went, and as you can see here, I changed both of my words. Everything else is the same, but I switched my words so they were backwards, right? Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up with backwards words on your canvas or on your blank, and you don't want that. Okay, so super easy to do. And like I said, it'll be in the blog post. I'll show you exactly how I did it. But there I flipped the words. And then from there, what I wanted to do is once I had everything where I wanted it, then I wanted it all grouped together. Now you'll see here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says line, right? Okay, well, each line that I put in for my original frame, it shows up here. Well, I didn't want it to print out, or I didn't want to, I didn't want the lines on when I went to do my sublimation. So what I did was I just deleted all of these, and all that left me was just my elements. Okay, the paw print, the heart, So what I did is I grouped them all together, right? And then I came down here, down to the bottom where it says combined, and I hit weld. That way, when you get to your next part, see, there's the weld. Okay. Then when you get there, now you're ready to start setting it up and playing. Okay. So you pick copy paper because that's what you're using. And your images, when you put them in originally, forgot to mention this, but when you put them in originally, everything is going to be up here. It'll say basic cut. You don't want that. You want draw. Okay. So you're going to click on that and you're going to use the draw. All right. And then your Cricut is going to draw all this out for you. All right. Now you're getting to the point where you are almost ready to put it in the machine. But before you do that, before you print anything out, this is the Artesprix. This is the black pen, and this is what I wanted to do my images out of. I wanted my black lines for my images, and then I wanted to color them with all the pretty colors. So because this is not a Cricut pen, I had to use an adapter. You can get these online anywhere. They're very, very inexpensive. It's plastic, so what you're going to do is you're going to plop it on the end of your pen here, and then you're going to put this down into your machine. Okay. And then once you do that, then you're going to be at this point where it's going to start printing out. So once I had my paper out, everything was out. Then what I did was I took my frame, and I know I'm running through this kind of fast, but like I said, you guys will be able to see it better when we get to the blog post. Okay, so now I did mine on 8.5 by 11 not cardstock, copy paper, right? So this is how my image comes out. This is already with the black sublimation ink on it. All right. So this part is already done. So what I did, once I pulled this out of my Cricut, then I laid my frame down just to make sure that I had everything covered exactly where it needed to be for when I start coloring it and all of that. So right now I'm going to turn my machine on real quick so we can get heated up, because it'll take a couple minutes to heat. It doesn't take very long, but okay. So what I did when I got to this point, as I said, was I laid my frame on top and made sure that all of my stuff was where it was supposed to be, right? And then I traced it again just to make sure that everything was good, because I want to make sure that everything is all set before I spend the time coloring it. And I don't want to color if if my dog is way over here. So then when I started to do is I took my markers and I started to color. And you guys are going to be so amazed at these colors. Now, this happens to be my most favorite color in the whole wide world, right? It's this really deep, I always want to call it a cobalt blue, but so beautiful. Okay, but I want to show you the difference. Okay, so I took my marker, move this out of the way for now, and then I just started coloring on my page. Now I made sure too that I had some couple pages under me, and then I just went over with my marker. And I have the fine tip points on the markers and also the chisel point. And the chisel point is what I used for this. So I came in and I just started coloring all of my images. And when I say that this is easy to do, it really, really is. It's just like, you're sitting down and coloring in a coloring book. I always find that so relaxing. All right, so I'm not going to go any further on that, but do you see how muted that color looks? And that's the blue. That is this blue. Okay, so next, when I got it all done and colored, then it looks like this. Okay. And see, you can already see that the colors are very, very muted, right? I want to show you the difference before I put this on. Okay, so here is my blue. And then that's what it looks like before you heat set it. That just blows my mind.
It is amazing.
Every time I see this, and it blows my mind.
I know. It's so cool.
I'm like, wow, how do you get those vivid colors? Because I'm looking at this going, okay, this isn't very pretty. You guys know me. I love to have my color. All right. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to take this whole piece. You don't have to worry about the pencil marks that are on here because they're not going to transfer. So you're going to be A-okay with that. So again, I'm going to lay this down on my frame. Thank you, Sari. I don't need any help. Thank you so much, though. I just love when she wants to pop in and help me.
Right.
She never wants to do my dishes when I ask, though. So, you know, whatever. All right. So I want to make sure that I have this on here exactly where I want it. Okay. There, I think that's about right. All right. And then we're going to take the sublimation tape, and this is heat resistant. Okay. So you're just going to take a few pieces of this. There we go. I'm going to cut a few pieces off for me right now. Stick them on my computer there. All right. Now, what I want to do before I put this down is I want to go back with a straight edge here. Oh. Probably could have done it with my scissors, but I want this extra off my sides. Okay, you can see how it's on my sides. So I just want that extra off so then the paper will lay down better. All right, so I am just gonna do this real quick. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side over here. Try not to cut myself because that would be really, really bad. All right. There. Okay, so now I can tape it down and I know that it's not going to move around on me. All right, so what I want to do first, though, is lift it up just a smidge. And actually, this is probably the hardest part of the whole project, is just making sure that you've got this on correctly. All right, so we look like we are good to go. So I'm going to taper down. All right. Add another little tape over here at the bottom. And hope and pray that I have it all on there straight. I feel like it's a little over here, a little bit. Yeah. All right. We need to shift it just a smidge. See, this is what I mean by being a perfectionist. All right. I think that's better. All right. So now we'll move this out of the way. So now you're ready to create your sandwich and then heat set everything. So to do that, you're going to take the protective mat that we have here, and then you're going to lay a color. My fan's blowing. You're going to lay, not a color, a piece of the protective tape down, or protective paper, sorry. Okay. And then again, another one over top. And now when you're at this point, now you're ready to heat set. So for the frame, each of the sublimation blanks has a different heating time. So for the and temperature. So for the frame, it is 400 degrees, and you're going to do it for 90 seconds. Okay, so I am going to grab my machine, and boy, does this sucker get hot. All right, and then I'm going to stand up here so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to lay this right on top. And then I'm going to hit the little button there. And then as you can see, it's going to count down that 90 seconds for me. So now you're just waiting for everything to heat. And it's just so cool.
The reveal is always the best part.
It is. It's like foils, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like foils. It's us crafters, and we got to have that shiny, Yep. Especially you and I, because we like, we like glittery and bling and
we
all
do
of the above. And I have to say, this thing gets hot. Because boy, I was messing with it over the weekend, or not the weekend, Monday, and it was triple digits here, and this was on right next to me.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Okay. It's really hot in here. All right. So we're getting down to the end of the road here. And then what we're going to do from there, then you need to be extremely careful at this point, because this is, the top of it is not hot, but your pad's going to be hot. Your blank is going to be hot. So you just need to be careful. All right. So now I'm going to pick this up, and it has this little nifty tray that it sits on. So it's not going to fry my table. And then I make a habit of turning it off right when I'm done using it. Just so, because of me, I get, kind of forgetful. And the next thing you know, it's, it'll be on for 3 days. Although probably not, because it'll be too hot. But all right. So now we are ready. Now, as I said, this is going to be hot. So the best thing that I have found using this is to get it off of my mat first, because this is still pretty warm. So I'm going to lay this over here. And then I've got my bottom piece at the bottom there. And I'm going to just slide this off. Now, I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can reuse this as long as there's no ink on it, right?
If there's no ink on it.
At all.
Right.
Because anything that's on here is going to transfer.
Yep.
So for me, I would say be on the safe side. You don't want to ruin a whole project, because, you're trying to save on copy paper or corrective paper. All right. So now we are ready to take it off. All right. And this is still really, really hot. All right. So I'm going to peel this piece back. And I think I might have missed the corner again. But that's all right. All right. So I want to make sure that I get this off of here really nicely. Okay, and there you go. Yeah, I see I missed my corners. But look at those colors.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it stunning? And you really, really do. I should have paid closer attention to make sure that I had my heat source up higher. But that's when little things like ribbon and gems and what have you, can fix a multitude of boo-boos. So this is still pretty warm. So you just want to just leave it sit, and then it'll cool off. And then you've got your beautiful, beautiful frame.
So much fun.
And then this is, again, I'm going to show you the finished one. See, so here we go. Just added some little doodads up here and a little ribbon, and it's got this really nice backing on it so I can stand it up. And there you go. But that's how simple it is to use the sublimation with your Cricut. It is very, very simple. And even if you're a beginner, I say try it. because it's not too hard for beginners even. I just love this. It's so
It is fun. Karen asked if you can cut out the corner and match it up and heat it back up again to fix it.
You know, that's a good question. But honestly, I don't know. And what I would be afraid of is making it worse.
Or
That's what,
yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to have protective paper over the rest of the design. I'm not
yeah,
sure, Karen. We'll have to find that question
yeah,
out.
I'll have to ask
The answer for
Ashley.
that.
Yeah, I'll ask Ashley about that to see. But like I said, you know, doodads will fix all kinds of things. You know, just add a little bit of glitter or whatever up there, and nobody will be more, you know, none the wiser is the term, right?
Yes.
But yeah, if you know, if you could do that, that would be awesome. But I would be way too afraid of messing the whole thing up because this is fixable. But if you put it on and you don't get it on there exactly, and you, yeah,
It makes it look like a bigger mistake than it was.
exactly, exactly. So, all right, there you go. Is my
Fun
beautiful
project.
But look at that, the color. That's what.
Hey, Ashley's here now. Ashley,
Oh, there she is. Hey, girl.
let Lisa show you the frame she just did.
Oh,
So if she missed a corner,
she
is
missed two
she
corners.
is she right? Is she able to place just that corner back down if she lines it up? Yes, you are in the hurricane.
Oh no!
Ah, I am so sorry, Ashley.
Yeah, be safe.
I thought I was thinking about everybody down there. My mom's down there, but she's on the, in St. Pete, so she didn't get it as bad.
Oh, that's so scary.
I hope everything's okay, Ashley.
Yeah.
But the question was, because those two corners didn't transfer, can she cut that off, line it up, and reheat it with protective paper? Okay, if she lines it up just right, but there's a slight risk in case it's not perfect. Yeah, I would just leave it.
Yeah. Like I said, that's not anything that you can't fix with, you know, embellishments, guys.
Yeah, it's such a cute frame.
Thank you. I really, really loved it. I thought it came out so cute. And then the fact that I did it on my Cricut machine, that was amazing, you know, to combine the two together.
To do the two together is very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a great project, Lise.
Thank you. All right. Well, talk amongst yourselves while I switch cameras.
Well, Ashley, all our prayers to you and everybody in Florida, because that is a horrible thing to go through. But
it's so scary.
As long as everybody is safe, that's good. And yes, you caught the tail end of it. Ashley, I will be going live if you're around in an hour, and 15 minutes. I'll be going live at 2 o'clock Central Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And I am sharing, I love to work on tags and coasters when I'm testing things out. And I'm going to show some tips and tricks on using stencils with the Artesprix inks and put it on a coaster. So I have my new Americana stencils from Stencil Girl. And I just want to show you some things to do and not to do when working with this, so that, you're only wasting copy paper.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal. But when you're using the ink and stuff, just if you can do it the right way the first time instead of.
Yeah, well, it's always good to learn. It's always good to learn from other people. That's the reason why we do what we do, right? And you're really good at explaining techniques and, how to try this and that. And
they are my fave.
I'm just like, give me
teaching and techniques.
Give me a stamp and an ink pad and I'm good to go.
Stencils are a great tool to use with the iron-on ink. Yes, they are, because stencils, because if there's words, you just turn it over, you know, and then you have it in reverse. But yeah, stencils, because you can use either side of the stencil, so they are fun.
Yeah. And for our next one, because we're going to be doing another live with Artesprix, just I think December. I'd have to look.
I think the first week in December or something.
Yeah, before we go off. And I'm going to make some ornaments. I'm going to make some really cute ornaments. But I was really excited to do this along with my Cricut. So you guys, like I said, don't worry about if you missed anything, or, you know, because I kind of went through the process pretty quick. But I will have step-by-step photos on the blog. You'll be able to see it all, and you'll know exactly how to do this. So, and it's so much fun. So much fun.
It is. And if you so she did it with her Cricut. For those of you that have a Cricut, you can also do the print and cut. You don't need to do the cut part, but you can add, the Cricut will tell you when to change the colors. Like if Lisa had those already colored in on the Cricut, it would say, put the red pen in now, put the blue pen in now. So you could do the whole thing that way too.
Yeah, you could. You could, you know, you could color it all on the Cricut. I wanted to try just the direct to paper technique. I wanted
to color too.
I do like to color. So
yeah.
You know, but if you're not somebody that doesn't like to color, then you can do it with your Cricut and it'll just color it all out for you.
It's amazing.
You just hate it and you're done. No, I like to color. It's one of my faves.
It is, and you're good at it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So just a reminder, like, share, and comment this video, and come back in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. We'll be live again. Like, share, and comment on that video with hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for this week's giveaway, which is a prize package, I think, from Artesprix, right? Now a gift certificate. So you guys are going to want to come back, and we will announce last week's winner during my live.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, you guys, so take care. We'll see you in about 1 hour or so. But, you know, until then, there's still 1 hour. You got a little bit of time. So make sure that you take some time to craft, because it's good for your soul.
It is.
It really is. All right, you guys, we'll see you in about 1 hour.